Big one tomorrow. I know you'll be watching Fury and Usyk. Who you got in that fight?
I got Usyk still. Like I said, Usyk is one of my favorite fighters. But this is probably gonna be one of the best heavyweight fights in the history of heavyweight boxing. The first one was amazing. Now Tyson Fury looks extremely motivated. He weighed 280 and he didn't look like fluffy. He looked strong. You know what I mean? So maybe the extra muscle, is gonna help him more in this fight. But I'm sticking with my man Usyk.
Is he a guy you watch like for his feints in particular, or what have you been watching Usyk for?
Usyk is just a legendary fighter that knows how to do everything. I feel like if you want to achieve greatness, you would try to box like Usyk. I feel like those Ukrainian fighters, they have such a beautiful style because it's not really just boxing implemented. They go from their footwork, that comes from the Ukrainian dance or whatever, and they mix it really good. So they do a lot of things that are really different and a lot of things I've never seen. But the way Usyk puts it together, he just looks flawless and it looks amazing. So I definitely do watch him. Sometimes it gets some inspiration, but as to try to fight like Usyk, I can't. I only watch, and then when I get expired, I try to do some of the things, but I'm not gonna try to be Usyk. I'm gonna try to be my own fighter. But if there's some stuff that I can learn from him, I will take it.
Who are the guys you've been learning and taking from the most lately on tape? It looked like you were doing a little James Toney in the Vosdick fight. I know you were training with Roy.
To be honest with you, I'm stuck on the old guys, bro. Right now, I've been watching Costa Sue. I love
Mm.
Costa Sue for the right hand, left hook, body shots. Julio Cesar Chavez, James Toney. I love James Toney. Been watching Roy Jones and then Manny Pacquiao. I love Manny's combination. So those are the guys I've been watching right now. Those are the ones I get motivation from.
Is it because you feel like these aren't just guys I like how I like them, and these are guys I could really they make sense for my style to try to peel from.
Yeah, and then I also want to be like the greats. You know what I mean? I feel like who else better to try to learn from than the greats? You know what I mean? So those are the guys I like. Those are the guys I want to implement my style from. So I kind of watch that and whatever I come up with, I like to write my combinations down when I'm watching this boxing. So I kind of watch it, come up with stuff, and then I implement it into my game plan.
And we'll close with this, man. You desire to be one of those guys that when the next generation comes, they're watching you the way you watch them.
Yeah, definitely. That's my number one goal right now, just being one of the greats. I feel like thinking like that, man, is just really. I don't see this as a short. Obviously, I've never seen it as a short term. I always look into like 20 years. You know what I mean? And I've been here, but I've been boxing 25 years. You know what I mean? So I got another 15 years left in me. So I try to make goals for myself, and being one of the greats is one of my goals.
With that style. 15 more years. I only asked because your boy Stephen A. Smith, I don't know if you saw it, said, I love David Benavidez. I'm the biggest David Benavidez fan when I talked to him a few. But he also said, I'm worried about David because his aggression, because it stays in front of guys. So 15 more years with that style.
Yeah, I mean, but if you kind of look at the CompuBox when I get, in my fights, I don't really get hit that much. You know, when you're in there, it might look like you get hit, but you don't really get hit. So if you could get in there, like like James Toney, he looked like he was getting hit a lot, but he wasn't really getting hit. So it's really up to me if I want to take punishment or whatever. It's up to me.
Thank you, David, for your time, man. Appreciate you catching up, taking some time out of camp.